suggest I'm going to do is on a Monday. So we'll start at the same time as Jenny Kirk, and then we can go on a bit longer than an hour and a half, can't we? Because, you know, with this hour and a half one, I think if we'd had another two in...
No. You don't want to clash with Jenny Kirk. You'll get a backlash on that, I'll tell you now. You don't want to clash with Jenny Kirk.
I'm not going to clash with Jenny Kirk. I'm just going to put my little stream up, which won't make any difference to her, will it?
It shouldn't do, but all I'm saying is I'll upset the cart.
Well, we can do it any other day. I don't really mind. It's, I just thought maybe the Monday would be good. Or we can do it Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday. I'm here all the time.
We're all on Anthony's at 8:30, Andy.
Yeah, that's right. So we're not going to... Why are you going to
shut this down? I just flick the switch at the end.
Yeah, why are you going to stare at the wall for an hour, Andy? You can go and watch Anthony. Aren't you?
It's been about boys in the corner.
Yeah, I know Monday won't work for you, John. So let me know what...
Thank you, Andy. If everything goes to plan, I'll see you on there.
Thank you very much for coming on this one.
Three minutes left, guys. 3 minutes left.
Kelly,
Thank you for all coming.
Noticed up there.
I think we've had a bit of fun. It's been quite enjoyable.
What, you're going to make sense of the world by looking at a blank wall, are you?
Okay. This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the expressed written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout, do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation.
See it, you'll love it, and it's all done in the best possible way.
Sorry. Yeah, I turned the mic off during warm-up. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. So let me start over. I don't know how long I'll be on. I'm over whatever it is I had, but I'm just drained. I'm beat. Whatever I picked up late Wednesday night into Thursday morning really just beat the crap out of me. It's the second time. I don't know if it's because I'm retired. As a teacher, when you work, you get exposed to so many germs daily. It's like your body's defenses just build up a bit of an immunity. And since I'm retired, I don't have that daily interaction with all those germs. And so I've never had 2 flus in a 6-month period. And this is my second really nasty flu. And I've got the flu shot, which is what drives me crazy. But it's my second nasty flu in probably 6 months. I don't think it's what Kyan and my daughter, I don't think it was the norovirus. That's what they had. And all those who kept in touch with me on Facebook and on the comments of various videos asking about Kyan, I really appreciate that. I think you all know Kyan is... I can't say he's all the world to me because my kids and Joyce are also, but he is definitely a very special, bright star in my universe right now. And so watching a little 2-year-old guy be sick for 3-4 days with just a rotten flu. He had the norovirus, which is just vomit, 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 vomit. He finally came over last Tuesday for a couple hours just to visit. And then I was supposed to watch him yesterday. And I watched him until 11:30, and then I had to to about 10:30, and then I told his mom, you need to come and get him because I'm sick. I had a high temperature. Thankfully, I didn't vomit at all. It just all went the other way. And I've lost about 5 pounds in the last day. So it's been nuts. I'm drinking medicine Gatorade to give me a little boost and keep the stomach a little settled today. It's been a crazy week, and so to all my UK friends, which is most of you, I don't have my UK train set up. We had it's been a crazy week. We had plumber here on Monday installing a new tankless water heater, so I had to get all the track and everything off the floor for them. And then we had electricians in on Wednesday, so I couldn't put the track back up because they needed the space for their tools and everything they were doing. They had to go all around. And I give both teams of workers immense credit. They appreciated the layout, but they also really were very careful and made sure they didn't even get a speck of dust on my layout. They were really good. So it was, and so normally I would have waited. Thursday is when I would have started setting up my live stream, and in this case, I would have put the track back out, but I was in no condition. I was running 101 to 102 degree temperature, and that broke about 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning when my temperature finally came down and got back to normal. But oh my goodness, here's the favorite part of it. I woke up in the kitchen, on the floor in the kitchen. Apparently, I decided I needed something to eat because I hadn't eaten anything since dinner Wednesday, and so last night I got up because I couldn't even munch a cracker down, and I was very dry and dehydrated. So I got up to go into the kitchen to get something to snack on because I'm at the pantry where we keep all our chips and cereals and stuff like that, snack foods. And I kind of remember standing there and reaching my hand up, and then all of a sudden I'm just kind of waking up, and Joyce is standing over me. I say, "What are you doing down here?" And she goes, "I heard a thump." I heard a thud. I heard a large thud. Oh, that must have been me. That explains why I'm on the floor here. So yeah, I'm just getting energy back. I'd like to say I'm on adrenaline, but I've whatever little energy I'm recouping, I'm back today. So I haven't changed trains. I haven't changed anything. And my UK trains are not on the floor, so it's a very simplistic one. Joyce says she's going to come down early and see if I'm doing okay. So she'll be down here in a bit. So let me just say a quick hi to everybody, and I'll get some trains running. All right, so we got 156 Andrew all the way from Glasgow or near Glasgow, Scotland. Nice to have you. Digger Evans, great to see you here. Ben from Eagle Creek. Hi from the Netherlands at H&H Express. I watched your video today, and wow, did that throw me off. That was way over my head by this point. Andy, Hot Dog Pilot, thank you for being there, sir. Kieran, always a pleasure to see you, my friend. And speaking of which, David Cook and Colin Wykes, I know you guys sometimes pop in. I know life has taken some crazy turns for you guys, but just know that Joyce and I think about you guys. We miss seeing you in the chats when you can be there. So Ifo just came in. How are you, Ifo? Also from the Netherlands, our walking encyclopedia of model and real trains. John Benicki's here. John Wellens, welcome in. So let's make you a knight. I know to clear you a knight of the rhomboid table. So there, John Wellens, if you have a channel, you can post a link to it here and people can check it out. Joseph Agliato, the Sergeant at Arms for the Knights of the Rhomboid Table, is here. Kiwi Dave. Leslie, nice to have you here. Watched your video today. And that was interesting to see those old flatbeds and to see how old they were. So yeah, it does make you wonder if there's some of the oldest that have gone through there other than heritage trains. Let's see. Kiwi Dave from Down Under, good morning to you. Somebody just left, came in and left. My daughter, Lindy Loves, is here. Hi, Lindy. Yeah, your dad's insane, I know. Andy from March West Junction. Always great to see you, my friend. Dino, again, thank you very much for checking in with us on Facebook and on YouTube, both in regards to how I was doing as well as my grandson, Kyan. Really appreciated. Stuart is here. Lovely to see you. Tim Wells, how are you, sir? Nice to see you here. Warwick Road, Andy, and Stephen from the Wigwag Workshop is here. Jean Ricard just popped in. And Robert from Robert's Train Set, who just had a fun stream. He and Alan getting together is always a very fun and potentially dangerous thing. So, yeah, so not a lot to talk about because it's mostly, we had a tankless water heater installed in the house, and wow, already in just 4 days, what a difference. Really, you know, when tankless first came out, they did not live up to the advertisement, but now the tech has caught up with them, and I'm loving it. I think it's amazing. We then had to have a new electrical box put in, the whole circuit breaker box. I don't know what you call it. We call it the panel box, the circuit breaker box, but we had to have a new one installed because the people who installed this one in 2002 didn't install insulation behind it. They mounted it to a wet wall that had filled up with water, and water had leaked into the back of the electrical box, and we had corrosion and rusting out in the metal box because they did not insulate it against wet wall. And so we both took care of the wet wall, but it was while taking care of the wet wall that we noticed we need to fix the box. So enough of my blather. Like I said, I'm going to just kind of read what you did. Hey, Ray, how are you? You had a great trip, even with some of the silliness involved. That just makes the trip more interesting. Like when Joyce and I went to the UK last year, it was such a pain in the butt getting to the UK and getting home out of Canada. But the time in between was amazing. It was just, we'll never stop talking about it. So anyhow, let's go to the trains and let's go to the all view for now. The multi-view. There we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and get these trains in motion. I've got the Class 218 with the IC taken off right now. And then I'm running 2 freighters still because, oh, that camera's going to act up all of a sudden. Wonder what's up with that. And then I've got my 2 freighters with the beautiful designs on the 2 Class 93s. And I'm running that new 440 here. If I can get it to turn up. So we'll get this one. Whoops, forgot to set you back on the correct direction. Yeah, I could tell I'm not recovered because my handshakes, which are bad on a normal day, I'm trying to steer the knobs here, my hands like, wow, all over the place. Okay, and now let's get the last 2 going here. There we go. All right, so that's everything. Now I can catch up. Hey, Mick Edgley, how are you? Nice to have you here. Chris, how are you? From Valleys. Great to see you here, sir. Kelsey. I'm sorry, Kelsey. Curly. I'm really lost. Dwight is here. Hello, Dwight. Thanks for popping in. Now, the one thing I'm doing here is if you look down at the bottom, the camera there is actually the camera down at the bottom. That's the 11 lanes view down at the bottom. That's actually the one I usually have on the UK trains, but it's actually a better camera than the one I usually have on the 11 lanes. So I just kind of moved that one over. And the one that was 11 lanes is over here like that right now. So I just covered it up. That's what I'm doing today. Yeah, John, it's let me give you the world tour if I can. I'll show you the picture first. And again, everybody's probably sick of seeing this picture, but everybody is new. I run German trains, except for I usually have 2 UK trains on a floor layout, but that got put away. So where are we? There we go, layout map. So this is my layout. If you were standing where I'm standing, this is exactly what you would see, except not in cartoon form. But that over there, actually, that over there, that is a 8-foot wide by 12.5-foot deep table right in front of me. This is in front of me, where I have my controls. That's a 2.5-foot deep by 6-foot wide. And then that side over there is 11.5 long by 8-foot wide. So it's a 22-foot, because it's 868, which is 22 feet long run in the back. So that's the basics of my layout. I have started calling it a layout because people have nagged me and said, stop calling it a train table. It's a layout. I always call it a train table. But then I guess I really have to be more egalitarian. A layout is whatever you want it, whether it's on the floor, on a table, whether it's got all kinds of scenery or no scenery. If you're running trains, it's a layout. And I know there are some guys that kind of get snob about it, but you know, the difference between a train set and a layout, you know, stuff like that gets But anyhow, we'll follow a train around and let you see most of the cameras. Let's get to the multi-view again. Okay, here it comes. We'll follow the 218 around. So coming up, so I'm over here. So coming up at you is my class 218. I run German, Austrian, and Czech trains because that's what I've ridden. And then he goes there and he goes to station view. Oh, I forgot to adjust these cameras because they get bumped. So there's station view. And that's an actual station, scratch built by me. And then village view, you can kind of see the station, the ramp, come around. But that is the Delmenhorst side. Delmenhorst is an actual city in Germany where I stayed for 15 Junes in a row. And then here's the 11 lane, except I'm in the way now. I did not adjust any of these cameras. I'm sorry. And then here's the top view. I've had this particular version of this table up for probably close to 4 years, and I've done nothing in the last 2 years. I literally have done nothing other than August of 2020 or August of 2021. I built a bunch more buildings and put them up, but otherwise I've done nothing on this. Just kept adding trains. Yes, John, I am a Liverpool fan. As an American, people think I don't know my football, but I know my football very well. I am a huge Liverpool fan all the way back to Bill Shankly as coach. My favorite player of all time is not a guy that's beloved in Liverpool these days, but he's still my favorite player, even more than Ian Rush, even more than Robbie Fowler, even more than Bob Paisley. My favorite player of all time is Michael Owen, and I will fight to the death to anybody who says I can't have Michael Owen as my favorite player. Because he was so brilliant when he was young, and if those knees hadn't have done him so much damage, who knows what records he could have set. And I know people are mad because he left and went to Spain, but hey, the English teams weren't paying, especially Liverpool wasn't paying its top players. And he went where the money is, like everybody does. My second favorite player of all time is now Mo Salah. I am a huge Mo Salah fan. And then we'll get into all the guys, Little John and all that bang. But yeah, I'm a Liverpool fan. Evo, that sounds cool. Yes, you're right, George, and welcome in, George. I'm sorry about that. I did replace some track earlier, well, late last year. I redid some of the track right here. But at any given time, I have 6 trains running, and even when you see crossovers here, that's more for power supply and less for usage. Although, yeah, when I'm bringing trains onto the layout from the little parking area that you can't see, well, I mean, I could show it to you. Let's do the joist cam. You have a little parking area over there, as well as all my extra trains on a shelf. And so when those trains come on, you can see there's a loop of track that goes over here. Then I use the turnouts there to get them on, but mostly those turnouts are for just maintaining an even flow of power through all the track. John Barnes, well, can't argue that one either. Of course, there's Steven Gerrard, and how can you not love Steven Gerrard? the biggest crime for Steven Gerrard is he stayed loyal to Liverpool and they could never. Now, they won trophies, but to me, and you guys in the UK tell me, I don't care. And yes, Jurgen Klopp's won the UEFA, but he's only won one League Cup. And that means more to me than anything. I don't care how many UEFA Cups you win. I don't care how many FA Cups you win. League Cup is number one to me, and he's only won the League Cup once, and now his team's struggling because I also watched the German League, and when Jurgen Klopp coached in the German League, it happened at Mainz and it happened at Borussia. When his team starts to fade, when he can no longer get the money to buy off his favorite players, the team goes downhill and can't turn around. And I hate to be controversial, but I think Liverpool needs to drop Jurgen Klopp, but instead they extended him. I think it's time for Jurgen Klopp to go. Everybody's figured out his game plan. He keeps signing forwards when his back line and his midfield is in shambles. And he'll go out and sign another forward that he never plays and then gets mad and leaves. And so I love Jurgen Klopp for what he's done for Liverpool the last 6-7 seasons, but he's done. He put a fork in him, he's done. But yeah, I have the video games. I think the last one I had was FIFA 15 or FIFA 16. And that was when you could still create your character. You could send EA Sports your picture, and they would mold it into a character. So even at the ripe old age of 50, I was scoring 50 goals a year for Liverpool in the league in FIFA Cup. It was so funny seeing my old self, because I mean they get it brilliantly. I should break it out, play it, and film me in the game, because I even created my own celebration, which is what I did when I played sports. When I would hit a home run in baseball or something like that, my little celebrations, I translate those into the game. But it is so funny to see me running around and scoring goals. You're on the Cup at 65. Yeah, because Andy, they went 30 years without winning a League Cup. They went 30 years. So you could have a 17-year career like Gerrard did and never see a League Cup. Now at least Klopp finally got that, and twice he's finished in second by 1 point. And the worst thing is, he's beaten the top teams. He loses points because his team would always play down to the lower tiered teams. The bottom 5 teams, he would get a 1-1 tie against some of these teams. And this year, those bottom tier teams are beating him. He still plays fine against the other guys. Hey, Smallwood Junction, welcome in. I thought you've been here before and we knighted you. Well, we need to correct that if that's not the case. I now declare you a knight at the Rhomboid table. Hey, Raymond Legs, how are you? Hey, Ewan, how are you? Well, Andy, Hot Dog Pilot, you're allowed to have no opinion. Now, if we talk Hornby, you've got an opinion. And Smallwood Junction is Paul. I shall try to make a mental note of that, although today I can't guarantee it'll stick. But Smallwood Junction is Paul. Because I'm subscribed to Smallwood Junction, I believe. I haven't played a sports video game in years either. It's probably been about 5 years since I played a sports video game. I play Assassin's Creed on our PlayStation. And we got a PlayStation 5 last year while we were in the UK. Yes, we bought a PlayStation 5 in the UK because you couldn't get it here in America, and we mailed it home. Hey, Eric's here. Now, Eric, you are... When's your surgery, or was it yesterday? No, I don't think you'd be online if you had your surgery yesterday. Is your surgery next week? Because Artie at House America had surgery. Hey, Mark at Hemmeldown, thanks for stopping in. Hi, Randall. Can't chat, listening in. All right, well, I'll try to speak louder so you can hear me. 27th of February, so you're 10 days away. That's all right, Andy. And that's cool. I mean, I like all sports except golf. And I think calling golf a sport is stretching it. And I hate the sport of golf because I was a caddy for 4 years. I got about 3 weeks to my next train show. In fact, probably my only train show. All right, so let's go with some of the bigger views. Let's go to the quads. EFO, I agree with that. George Carlin did a routine about golf where he really spit some anger at it. You can tell how arrogant golf is because it's the sport with the smallest ball but has the largest playing field. But that's the thing you guys have over there in the UK. You guys have train shows all the time. I guess in the United States it is too. But in where I live, there's maybe, in a year, there's maybe 3 train shows that are less than 2 hours away. A good walk ruined, yeah. I've only played golf twice in my life because they used to give us caddies Monday morning. The course was closed, but caddies were allowed to come and play. Caddies of a certain level were allowed to play. So my last 2 years, they let us take rental equipment and go out and play a few holes. Hey, Alan, how are you? Nice to have you here, sir. My BR55 that came with your Pico DDR or GDR, but DDR would be more proper. East Germany. Rest in peace, Pico BR55. Hello, Ian Fraser. Welcome in. Oh, I'll just leave it there. It's an interesting view. Ooh. 60 years ago. That's even more impressive. Well, Alan, anytime you and Robert get together, A, nobody knows what's going to happen, and B, It's going to be funny one way or the other. Hey, Boilermaker Rick, how are you? Welcome into this probably abbreviated live stream today. Maybe. Am I up to it? Let's see. Oh. Oh. When you're doing a live stream, there's no such thing on being on the same page unless you somehow manage to trade scripts with each other ahead of time. Once you go live, you have no idea what's going to happen. Oh, Lucy was here. Did Lucy leave? Yeah, because they must have been gone. They came in and said hello and then left. Hey, Jason, no worries. No worries. There's somebody is streaming all the time. I'm not proprietary. I don't mind. I mean, Richard at New Junction is doing a premiere right now, and the only thing I'm upset about is I can't be watching it live. I have to watch it later. I could have canceled today's live stream, which Joyce would have wanted me to do, but I'm too stubborn. Hey, Thomas, welcome in. How are you? Speaking of live streams, I do want to say this, though. My live stream last week broke 300 views, which is only like my 4th or 5th live stream to ever break that many views. And it set a new high. I had 65. I haven't checked in a couple of days, and sometimes it goes up or down. It had 65 likes last I checked. 300 views and 65 likes. That was, thank you to all of you that tuned in and gave it a thumbs up. Thank you. That was kind of a record-setting live stream. All right, Kiwi Dave, you take care of yourself. It was great to have you here. Yep, Eric, that is the old Mike Tyson statement thing. Everybody's got a plan till they get punched in the mouth. Yeah, it blew me away that we got, I mean, clearly my live streams lately have been growing. It's funny because I can remember when I was happy if I got 25 likes on a live stream, and I'm always happy. And then suddenly I started getting like 25 to 30. And then I kept consistently breaking 30 and getting 30, 31, 32 likes, and then slowly it moved up. And it keeps moving up, so I'm on a streak of 50 in a row. I think that streak's going to end today because I won't be on long enough to get all those views and thumbs up in. All right, Jason, take care. Tim, I'm not in a fit state, and Joyce is glaring at me from upstairs thinking I'm crazy for having gone live. Hey, there's Stefan. How are you? Skull, my Viking friend. And Jean Ricard was here, but he's been kind of quiet. My half Viking friend. Well, while I'm here, let me go fix those two cameras. I want to turn that one that way. That's an interesting view that way. And then just mess about with stuff. Hi there.
Hi.
Oh, I made it to 4.
What are you doing?
Hang on. Let's get you all situated here. I gotta go to the multi-view here. So if you are new here, I run as many as 13 cameras, although today we're doing just 11. Technically 12, but one of them's covered up. And if you're new here, this is my wife of 35 years, almost 36. This is Joyce. We got some new people here.
Yeah, nice.
Joyce likes to come back. Now, many of you
That's
know
the
that...
camera.
What?
Camera.
Oh,
Or,
the mic. You got your own camera.
I got my own camera. I need a mic.
Where do you want it? Put it where you want it.
That's fine. So, hello, Sean. Hi, Andrew. Hi. Hey, Andy. Hi, Growler.
That's Ewan.
Bite you back, yeah. Hi, Ellen. Hi, John. Hi, Dino. Hey, Ray. Hey, Leslie. Allergy slowing your mind.
Oh, you too.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, if you don't know, I
Hi,
have
Ben.
the flu.
Hey, Bernard. Hey, Smallwood.
And
Hi,
Smallwood
John.
is Paul.
Hi, Paul. Okay.
Smallwood
Hi,
is
Joe
Paul.
Owens. It's nice to meet you. Hi, Joseph. Hi, Digger. Hi, Raymond.
Joyce is our regular special guest on the show.
Bailey's Edward.
That's Chris.
Chris. Okay. So, hi, Chris.
He's the new Chris.
The new Chris. Yeah. And anybody else I've missed? Joyce has aged well. Thanks, Rick.
She has, or she hasn't aged.
Oh,
Somewhere
well.
there's a portrait of her, or a picture of her that's aging. She's
It's,
probably 2005 years old. She just holds this age. Hey, Bernard C is here. Hello, Bernard C.
Right. So, hey, caretaker. Sean?
That's Stefan.
Stefan.
And you say
I
skull.
still need a
You got
skull, yeah.
Skull. You gotta do your Viking toast to him.
Right. So far, okay, hi.
What happened to me is obviously what's happening
hey,
to Leslie. Because
CA
lurgy
Railroad.
is a UK term for flu. I came down with the
Cool,
flu late
skull.
Wednesday night. I came down with the flu and just spent most of yesterday in the bathroom and was running a high, well, I shouldn't say a high temperature, a low grade temperature.
Super, Tim. That's great. Well, it's enough to get your attention and make you feel crappy. Hi, Karen.
It was
enough, Tom.
yeah, it was between 101 and 102 was my temperature. And yeah, my guts were just awful.
Mm-hmm.
And then so the last time I ate was about 6:15 on.
I'm
Was
glad you're out
6:15
of the hospital, Rick. I noticed the man flu. I don't know.
Yeah,
Flu's
because
a-
Rick was in the hospital. So
Flu's a
well,
flu.
what I'm talking about is nothing. I didn't have to go to the hospital.
Nah, little lemon sick.
Lemon sip. Yeah, lemon sip.
Cures all.
No, I'm afraid some things don't get cured except by time.
Yeah, I'm not out of the woods yet, Jean.
Yeah, Joyce made me sleep on the sleep in my chair last night. She didn't want me sharing the bed and sharing the bug.
Yeah, figure I'm doomed.
Selfish.
But yeah, you could say that. You could make it up the stairs
Hey,
anyway.
Andy T is here. Hi, Andy T.
Yeah, it really was not fun at all.
So yeah, So the fun part was where I remember getting up and going out to the kitchen because I ate no food yesterday, none. I couldn't.
I
Nothing
made
sounded
just
good.
Soup and you like swallowed.
And
it.
I had my grandson in the morning. I had my grandson in the morning because I really wasn't feeling horrible. And then I told his mom, you need to come and get him. I'm getting really bad. But I didn't even eat breakfast, so I ate no food yesterday. So my stomach was upset, but I couldn't tell if it was hunger upset. So I went to get something I thought would be safe to put on my stomach. And we have a pantry in our kitchen. And I remember opening the door and reaching for some dry cereal. And the next thing I really remember is I'm laying on the floor and Joyce is standing over me. And I'm like, what are you doing down here? She says, I heard a loud thump.
Woke me up. And
I'm like, oh, that must have been me.
Yeah. Well, that's nice, Ipo. Yeah, I had, had to check. It's all it is.
So my grandson was sick last week. He had the norovirus. I don't think I had the norovirus. Or if I did,
I tell. You cleaned all his toys.
Yeah. I mean, it's quite possible because I cleaned all his toys when he left. Or I should say when he left. When we decided we were going to watch him again, it was okay to watch him again. I went in and cleaned all his toys, but I had gloves on and everything. But the thing is, norovirus starts with vomiting, and you just go. It's like, you're okay, you're okay, you're okay. Maybe you slow down a bit, and then boom, it starts coming out this way. I never threw up. Knock on wood, not yet. But I really think I'm on the road to recovery.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
But she's been trying to tell me to, rightly so. I told her, she's like, you're not gonna do your live feed Friday, are you? I said, well, I'm gonna see how I feel. And I really had not made up my mind. I thought, well, I'll wait till about 2:30 during Robert and Alan's live feed today, because that was the live feed I was watching. There was like 3 live feeds at the same time. But if Robert and Alan are together, everybody else can wait. And I was trying, can I do it? Can I do it? Do I have enough energy to do it? And I finally decided, well, the only way I was going to find out is if I came downstairs and tried to set some things up. And I decided, well, if I just sat in the chair, I could probably do it for an hour or so. But if I try to change trains or do anything else, I'm going to be too dead. So I just left the same trains on and just set it up.
I didn't know if any of you would even notice. Lego train.
Yeah, we hope it does. But again, if I had the norovirus, then I've got to give my immune system credit because it fought it off strong. But it could easily have been she's bringing home germs from work all the time.
It's possible, of course.
And that's what I was saying at the start of the stream. When you're a teacher, you get exposed to so many germs and bacteria. Sometimes you get sick, but you also slowly build up just a massive tolerance to it all.
First couple years teaching's pretty rough. You're sick all the time. But yeah, you do build up some at least. I mean, yeah, there are definitely things that get us, but yeah, that's what, Rick, I don't think you really passed out because, you do hit your head, you hit the floor hard, and, he's not wounded from it. So I just think he sort of gently let himself down, but he definitely banged. I really thought it was our bedroom door. I didn't think it was the other door. Anyway.
Oh, so Rick fell and broke 2 ribs.
Yeah,
Yikes.
not cool. So, yeah, anyway, I knew to check on him.
Train Wild is here. Hello, Train Wild.
Hey, Train Wild.
But, the thing is, we are basically having a norovirus epidemic in the United States. I don't know if it's worldwide, but it's just running through everywhere in America.
Yeah,
it spreads easily. There's very few things that kill it.
I have a student out who is sick. I don't know.
Oh, you got to get your truck so it's ready? Yes. Well, that's good news at least. All right, Ray.
Oh, that's good, Ray. Glad it's fixed, doggone animals.
Oh, yeah, Alan, it's always fun. Seeing you on camera anytime is always going to bring smiles. You and Robert together is just good. Because we were watching it on the TV
you guys
upstairs.
Are cute.
Uh-oh. You got Joyce's official cute.
You're cute.
But Joyce is here to catch me in case I fall backwards.
Right.
Or here to slap me upside the head and tell me I'm done. Wow, we had, depending on, look at that, it's the same one, Joyce. It's the same one. 38 concurrent viewers up there, 42 concurrent viewers there. Oh, we're already over 30, buddy. That says 38.
34.
Maybe 42 was
Rick,
the
I
peak.
teach 4th grade. I teach science and social studies. Thought I'd come down here and run it, huh?
And the funny thing is, Jean Ricard, I actually toyed with the idea of having her do it for a bit. She's actually here in case I suddenly do have to run. And then she'll take over.
But I'm also not gonna let him stay down here too long. He's not going 2 hours today.
See, that's a great job, and great is in terms of admiration and respect, because that's a hard job, Rick, teaching autism. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, Jean Ricard, look what you started now. Fortunately, Joyce may know how to run my trains. She does know how to run trains. I think you know how to turn this on and run the trains, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you don't know how to set up a live stream.
Probably not.
She's
Oh,
looking on
I
the
am
computer right now.
nowhere-
Wait, which program is lit
I
up?
am nowhere in. Oh yeah, I could go on OBS. Yeah, I could figure it out.
Yeah, but would you know how to get the two cameras that need to be turned on
No.
before? You have to turn them on, make them, because like the one back here, the DB cam, you know, the one that does this view.
Yeah.
That one has to be turned on. It turns off when the computer's off.
Gotcha.
It has to be turned on, and then you have
Doesn't
to
pop
set it
back
to
on,
webcam, no, computer camera, as opposed to storage. Storage is when you're taking pictures and video.
Yeah.
Computers when you're doing a live stream.
You don't have to tell me, I guess. Fake it till you make it. Indeed. So yeah, I have
Hey, welcome, Ron Moen. How are you?
I have 2 autistic kids, one in my homeroom and one coming to me because we switch classes. And yeah, the one in my homeroom just is very emotional. He cries a lot. And he hugs a lot.
Oh, we get students like that.
So, and yeah, when Joey needs a hug, I hug Joey. It just is, that's just how it works.
Right.
Yeah, the other
there
one
you
is
go.
a lot more difficult to deal with.
Ask Andy
Do I-
Marquis Johnson. Do you
Okay,
have a...
first of all, other than Anthony himself, I don't like picking favorites. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I like them all. I mean, there's a story with all of them.
Come on, the
I mean,
Railjet.
even
You
the-
love the Railjet.
Oh, the Railjet's gorgeous, but I mean, we have a story for that one. Standing on a platform in Innsbruck. You telling me to shut up when I was excited about it?
Yeah, why were we there? Why were we there?
To listen?
To film the Railjet while it
Okay,
takes off and record the
I wasn't there
sound.
to film it. I was there to watch it, bud.
Yeah, and then as soon as it takes off or it's playing scales, you start talking. Oh, wonderful, it's great. Yeah, and now
Perfect. That's what
Yeah,
I said.
yeah,
And
you
I
are.
wasn't getting it off. Just what if the diagnostic
it starts
to hug
taking
you?
off. It starts taking off, going do 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 do. And you're like,
No.
oh, perfect. That's I'm like, shut up.
Sean, I'm a fair hugger, so no, you don't need anything. I'll get you when we see you.
Yes, Joyce does hug. She's like an alien. She's a hugger.
Yeah, it's a Cheska. Drahi, yeah. Yeah, so we'll ride it.
No, not the Czech one.
That's what I was trying to say.
No, the Austrian Railjet.
It's Austrian, that's right.
We've got both.
So,
but
yeah, we do. It's blue.
Czech is blue, right?
Yeah. So we did ride, I don't know, was it a railjet? I don't think so.
No.
I thought American was running it. Wasn't it an American local?
Which one?
The one we rode in, at least.
Rode in where?
Too proud.
Oh, it was the Czech EC,
Ah, right. Okay. I know. 'cause you
pulled
weren't
by the
there.
Class 371.
Well,
Yeah, the Österreichisches Bundesbahn.
I mean, I read body language. You look too uncomfortable. I won't, but
Thank you. I don't know anything about model trains, but I know what I like.
yep. So, I mean, even the
Although your other favorite one should be the freight locomotive and the freight cars you bought me, right?
oh, just because I bought them for you, I mean they're my favorites. But I mean, just buying them for you is a story. So
What do you think of the two Class 193s I'm running today? You know, remember the one with the horse and the
Yeah,
ones that were with
right.
the flames?
Yeah, they're sharp.
They're sharp.
They're
And
sharp.
there, you can watch the 440 go up the hill.
Yeah, look at him go.
He's
a little guy.
he's jumping up the scales here in
He
terms
is.
of
He's a real
favorite.
little guy, boy, and with weird hookups, but he did fine.
Hey, Steve, how are you?
No, I have a handful of students who hug me all the time. Including the one who I have to have a meeting with mom because he thinks I hate him.
I always,
I don't hate that kid. I'm protecting him.
being in high school, was never comfortable with students hugging me.
Well, no, and you're a man, and that's different.
Yeah.
I don't think Garrett lets the kids hug him. He's teaching 5th grade.
I don't know,
Toilet
Raymond.
paper roll tunnels.
Some of the toilet paper rolls we buy, you could probably do N scale.
Oh, ouch! That's rough, Steve. Well, I don't know. I like it when we repurpose things, so that's good. Yeah, of course. I don't think the roll's really different. It's the amount of toilet paper they put them on, and that's different.
Just I wait what?
Oh, for what? Indeed.
No, I just don't hug students. I can be a hugger with other people.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't kiss. Even Deb gets mad because I give her the cheek. Although I did kiss Dean once.
Yeah, you did. I was gonna say, I remember. Yeah, I've seen that too, without the cardboard too.
So take away family. I think there's 4 people I kissed. 2 are men and 2 are women.
You certainly kissed your mom at some point.
Well, I said outside of family.
Oh, I gotcha.
I was probably 6 or 7 the last time I kissed my mom.
Yeah, well, it was pretty good weather there, Andy. I might have, it was opportunist, so I don't think we do that all the time. Yeah, I think you're right, Raymond. The public restrooms are big enough. Hey, super, that's right. You should be.
What's that?
Steve got a new subscriber, said White Walls. I said, I love it when you
Aldi's
guys
best, not the
support
price.
each other.
We had an Aldi's here in our neighborhood, but it closed.
Yeah, we did.
I'm sort of mad because I could go over there and get some German beers and some other German things.
Yeah, but we only did it when we were really feeling it, so we weren't supporting them enough to qualify.
Well, they were built in the same basic shopping areas to Walmart, so they really were in competition. Wasn't all these on that same?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it
Walmart
was
and then the strip mall next to it.
GameStop, yeah.
GameStop and that.
It's quicker by too. There.
Indeed.
I'm starting to fade.
What? You're fading? Just tired? Uh-oh.
Yeah, probably. So, how long are you gonna hold this on? You've been on an hour.
Robert just came back in.
Are you feeling your strength text?
No, I'm draining. Well, yeah, I'm drained a bit. You notice I'm sitting more quietly than usual.
Yeah, you are. The Dremel, an 84-liter box. How's Matt Clark doing? Clark is sick.
Yeah. Matt Clark is on a long hiatus until I find the writing bug. I just cannot sit down and write. Every time I try to sit down and write, I just immediately lock up. And it's weird because I've got the plot. I'm not coming up with jokes. I mean, I could write a serious Matt Clark, but it needs to be funny, and I'm just not coming up with really humorous bits. I've got a few, but they're like later in the story, so to get the story going, I still want some humor. But yeah, I'm struggling writing Matt Clark. I was really hoping I would have had it out and done by now.
Steve asked you about your U.S. hobby. Was it faller kits or it's a biotunnel boring machine? Knifeless said muddle bone lip-up. Is it a kid or is it a...
Well, who do I go to in the U.S.? I don't go to anybody in the U.S. AJC Kids, and that's how you would Google it. AJC Kids, all one word. Actually, it's Annie, Jewel, and Charlie's Kids, Flowers, and Toys and Hobbies. But online, they're just AJC Kids. And then there's Renaud's, which I only go to if I've got no other choice anywhere else in the world.
Very bitter with
Renaud's has such poor customer service.
And I tried buying stuff on Reynolds, and they would take my money, and then I get an email a couple days later saying, "Oh, we don't have that in stock." What the hell? Why don't you tell me before I order it if it's in stock or not?
Yeah, there's one in Canada, and I always forget which one that is. There's a bunch of them. There's Trans-European Express, which I think is in New Jersey.
You've used Eurorails before.
And there's Micro Macro Mundo, MMM.
Yeah.
I bought from them. But the truth is, I get everything I want. If it's in stock at Lipa, I will get it cheaper and faster than anywhere in the United States.
Yeah, well, that's for his foreign trains.
Even if they both have it in stock, I'd still get it faster from Germany than I would from...
Yeah, we tested that out. Black Forest Hobby, do you know that one?
Yeah, I know Black Forest Hobby.
think you should.
I've bought some model kits from them, but train-wise, I've always felt they had little.
Yeah, Anthony buys a membership for Lipa and pretty much gets it back.
And Raymond Trains is too expensive. He overcharges on everything.
Gets it back within 2 purchases. Just in discounts and
Usually one.
make big purchases.
Trains is actually from Toledo. He owned a train shop up here in Toledo, and then he moved down to Georgia. He closed his train shop up here and moved down south, and now does an online store. But for the European stuff is too expensive. I have bought some things from him, some models, buildings, and a couple of things from his eBay store. But overall, I just find he's way too expensive to buy anything from.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the thing with Lipa is you always get a discount price, but if you pay the $50 a year and join their Premier or whatever they call it, you save even more.
Yeah, like I say, you get it back pretty fast too.
Yeah, the one in Canada is great, but the shipping from Canada has become so bad. I haven't bought from him in a
Crazy.
long time.
Yeah.
His prices are competitive for North America, but the shipping from Canada is now very expensive. I don't understand why it's so expensive anymore between the United States and Canada.
It really seems like they could stand at the corner or
And
at
hand
the,
it over.
Yeah, just have a truck open and just toss things in the truck.
But there is, we got an old Lima TGV.
That's cool.
TGVs are cool looking trains.
Mm-hmm. Your red and white DB loco is a limited version edition version.
The red, white DB Loco. You mean on the shelf? Oh yeah, that was a limited edition. That was actually
The white
done.
one. Gotcha.
It's actually still running the rails in Germany, but both Pico and Märklin agreed to put their logos on the same model train, and both companies released it to raise money for this AW Cottbus business that needed help. So yeah, it's a. You can still buy them. I think the Pico just re-released a version of it again recently, or did another run.
Trying to see where he would see that. Which camera would pick it up?
Yeah, and again, I don't want to sound too negative. I understand that the American shops have to mark up a price to make a profit.
They do.
I totally understand that. And, but when you're in a hobby that, especially when you're dealing with European trains, which are so expensive to begin with, I save close to $100 per locomotive, $50 to $100 per locomotive, every time I buy a train from Lipa over buying it in the United States, and the money's going to the same place in the long run anyhow.
Would be that one.
But and I get it sooner because they're released in Germany at least a month and sometimes 2 months before they show up on the American shores.
Yeah. And as John says, the turnaround's slow too.
Yeah. So, and there are companies like, I love AJC Kits, and I bought a lot of things from them either because I couldn't get it in Germany anymore or because I just wanted to support them a bit. But they have great customer service, they are very knowledgeable, and they're very friendly. The guy up in Canada, which I always forget, it's Euro Model Train or Rail Hobby or Model, I'd have to look on my thing, and my brain's not working with this flu anyhow. He's very helpful and very friendly. So he's a good shop if the shipping's from Canada isn't too bad. The guys on the East Coast, they're hit and miss. But I have bought, I bought from Trans-European Express in Jersey. I bought my Railjet cars. I bought the locomotive from Lipa, but I bought the cars from TEE because Lipa was sold out of the cars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this just made the most sense for Anthony, but he's found some older locos he's looking for in some American shops.
Yeah, sometimes they're no longer available at the European shops, and they're still on shelves here in America.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's usually why I buy something. I can't get it at Lipa. Oh look, AJC
'cause it's
Kits
out of date.
has it.
And that's right. And it is, none of them are close, though, John. So it's, kind of hard to
And
support
again,
them.
if AJC kids were down the road, I would definitely be more.
Yes, he would definitely be more supportive of them.
But since I have to buy online anyhow, I'm going to buy the cheapest
and
online.
I don't know how you, how you could even do it here. Have different countries trained. Because you're stocked with good old fast. You can't keep buying stuff because you don't have that many many people buying. So.
And again, the guy at TEE was very friendly and helpful. The only thing I would say negative, and take this with a complete grain of salt, is when I bought the 2 Railjet sets from him, I asked could he give me a package deal, and he said no. He was charging me full price for both. I was like,
You are right, Andy.
But that's sort of the attitude here, Andy, is in the United States with the European trains. I won't say they overcharge. Basically, what most American stores do is they take the manufacturer's suggested price, as we call it in the United States, the MSRP, and I think you guys in Canada call it the RRP or the RRSP, something like that. Retailer suggest RSP, the retailer suggested price. We take the manufacturer and they just convert it to dollars. So if the suggested price is 699 euros, they sell it here in the United States for $699. Now usually that's to our advantage. That's usually to our advantage because the dollar's usually worth less than the euro. So it's actually, that's a cut in price right there to be fair to those American shops. The problem is if it's 699 euros in Maryland, I pay 500 euros at Lipa. I pay 520, 540. I get a huge discount.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Lipa sells the trains Anthony wants, so that's why it's so good for Anthony.
Right.
It's not necessarily going to work for
they
most
don't
of you.
sell Kato Pocket Line because Lipa is in Germany, and the Germans, as great as Kato is, and I am of the personal opinion that Kato is the best N-scale manufacturers. I don't know how other people would feel about that, but I personally believe Kato is by far and away the best N-scale manufacturer. But in Germany, you have Pico N-scale, Fleischmann is now N-scale, you have Arnold, you have Minitrix. There are so many European companies, and the European common market is going to support them. Now, I personally think Arnold is really, really, really good. I don't have any opinion on Trix. I've never seen a Minitrix running. And I haven't paid attention to people saying, I love my Minitrix or I hate my Minitrix. I've never run any N-scale, but I have yet to find a channel that hates on Kato. And most people tend to say Arnold is good, but I've run across a couple of channels where they said their Arnold stuff was really good. And a couple of guys that said, I'm disappointed with Arnold. That's probably true.
Sandy 741 is
But like Renaud's gets so much business, they don't care if their customer service sucks because everybody comes back anyhow.
They definitely.
As much as I've complained about Renaud's, I have bought things from Renaud within the last 6 months, 7 months.
They are the big cheese in the Midwest.
Although Macro Mundo in Florida claims they're bigger than Renaud's. But they also tend to be more expensive. But they will tell you in their customer service that we're the ones who supply Renaud's. If Renaud's doesn't have it, they call us to get it.
Trick says the same vehicles as Marco with different numbers. Yeah. Hi, Artie.
Hey, Artie, good morning to you. EFO, that's that's probably true. I've had 3 different 101s from Maryland that had the same running number. 101 003-1. Now my newest 101 from Maryland is 101 032-1. Alright, I was hoping to make it to 5, but I don't know.
I'm pushing.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's great, guys. Reynald's consignment.
That's all
section.
right, Robert. We got to see you earlier, so it's all good. You take care of yourself. Have a good night. We'll see you next time somewhere.
Take care, Robert. Yeah, Maryland was not Maryland. Reynald's was showing. You know, they were having Maryland days, and they were going through some of their older storage areas, and I think Anthony was drooling over some that he was seeing on the shelves. They don't even know what their stock is.
Yeah, hang on. Steve, B stock is opened or returned. Returned without any issues. Like somebody got it for a birthday present and said they didn't want it. So that's what B stock is. It's opened or returned.
Leslie says Cato's are pretty generic in the U.S. outline and don't adapt their body shells for Canadian versions.
And that could be. I mean, and I don't have enough. I just know, for example, like Ben does a lot of Cato, as does oh crap, what's his name?
Nice night, ANC.
All right, Eric, you take care of yourself. I think we're gonna have one more live stream before you go, so hopefully we'll see you there. Otherwise, we'll see you on Facebook or when you post a video. But when I look at what Ben here from Eagle Creek has, that's Cato, that's American. It looks damn good to me. And who's the other guy? Transportation Hub. He was Ash, but now he changes his name to Peter. Transportation something Hub. He does mostly train and bus driving video games.
Well, Chuffed is going to York on Sunday.
Yeah, but the York that's a train show.
Yeah, they're going to do a train show.
Hey, Rick. Yeah,
Be in
because the York
Yeah.
Museum is closed. As in, almost entirely closed. They're renovating.
Really?
Renovating.
Oh, wow.
Massive renovations.
They had such good crowds when we
It
were
won't
there.
be
I figured
ready
they were doing
until
all right.
June or July later this year, I think they
We picked a
said.
good time to go.
We went at the right time,
Yeah, how about that?
If we were going to the UK this year,
Yeah.
we would not have been able to go to York.
Gotcha. Do you see a long freight train?
You should already. Well, you missed last week's show. I'm running the
Yeah.
same exact trains. For those who don't know, I have the flu, and Joyce is probably coming down with it.
Probably.
So she says she's starting to feel burned out. Of course, she didn't sleep much because of me last night.
Yeah.
Hey, did I see? And Darren is a Cato guy. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with who all the N-scale Cato guys are. Basically, anybody I follow that's N-scale is pretty much Cato.
Pretty much into Cato, yeah.
See, all my German sites, all the German channels, and I used to be subscribed to about 40 German channels. I'm down to about 10 now. I just don't watch them anymore. I watch all my UK channels.
Oh, probably, Artie, but chances of you visiting right now are pretty damn slim, so... Sean says the container's leaving Delmenhorst finally.
Maybe we'll have to get to it.
Yeah, no kidding.
I never did do my tribute to Chris show because one thing led to another, and we just kept having deaths in the family and deaths and it just got pushed off. And then just forgot about it until I mention it now. I don't have man flu. I have legitimate flu.
Yeah, it does sound a little cheap when you call it a man flu. Like,
Well, that's
it's
just
not a
it.
real thing.
Well, you know the term man flu, right?
I do.
Okay.
You are utterly helpless and
Well, it's like you have a small head cold and you act like you're dying.
right. Yeah.
Where women have 5 kids, have to cook dinner, have to make lunch, have to make breakfast,
Hey,
clean the house,
y'all, if you
everything else.
haven't hit the like button, and a lot of you have, which is mighty sweet of you, but would you hit it if you haven't?
Wow, Daisy, you really went big on that one.
Sure did.
You were really layering it on.
Yep.
That was almost seducing. That was almost seducing, Mayor Sumbish
Silas,
level.
Silas.
Well, I am a man, last time I checked.
Alright, oh, that's cool. We had a great time. Found a lot of very interesting things. The rail strike while we were there wasn't added a little bit to the fun, but
Yeah.
we did all right.
Fortunately, even on the strike days, our trains were the ones
Our
that were
trains
still
are
running.
the ones running, so we lucked out that way. Did you notice the sun's
Yeah, where
out?
is Daz? Daz gonna come today.
Who? Sean, you're a man and you have the flu. So you have a man flu. Hello.
We have 35 watching and 30, so we got as high as 42. So we've made 8 leave. Now we know a
Wow.
couple of them left to go to bed.
Daisy, yeah, we lost some of our Brits there. They were faded. Well, Daisy's plea didn't do anything. There's 37 people in here. The chances of them all hitting the like button are not that good.
That's cool, Efo. I
That
would
is
love
cool. Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah, that's, it's so different in the U.S. You guys you travel 200 miles any direction and you're in a different country with different languages.
Well, the term that man flu originally started as just typical that a lot of times guys will get a little sick, and once they get home, they'll act like they're dying because they like to be mothered. Whereas women will have a flu and they'll still get the dishes done, clean the house, get the kids off right to school, and everything else, That's why I always find it funny. And I am not submissive by any stretch of the imagination.
Nope.
But all you gotta understand is how tough a woman is. Watch a woman give birth. And have any man, any tough guy, macho man, stand there and say, yeah, I could do that, no problem.
Your fridge ran out of beer. That's terrible.
Oh, no. Well, you need to hook up with Mick,
Yeah,
Andy.
very cool.
Because he never seems to run out of beer.
Well,
So Germany from you is about...
that's a 40-year relationship.
Because the only city we've actually been in the Netherlands was Groningen.
Mm-hmm.
We've been in Amsterdam many times, but never left
Just
the airport.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
Yeah. Well, that's different, Steve. And I don't know. It is what it is.
Oh no, when I'm sick, Joyce is very much, she takes care of me.
Attentive, but you are on the flip side.
I'm what?
You are on the flip side when I get sick.
Yeah. Yeah, we take care of each other. It's what we do.
Indeed.
Well, I'm going to have to go to the bathroom here in a minute, so
Alright, well,
maybe...
It's probably a good time.
All right.
Well,
Well, that's
Anthony
just
has
it. I am retired. It's,
All right, night high. Thanks for coming in, bud. Sauerkraut and bay leaves Polish sausage.
Oh.
That would make me throw up.
Yeah, I don't have to be sick. All right, guys, I am
True.
starting to wear down, and Joyce says she's wearing down too, so maybe she's...
Amsterdam with the central station looks like the art museum just to confuse people. That's cute. Oh.
So
I was
I
gonna
was
turn
hoping to go till 5,
I was
but
gonna turn the ones off over here.
yeah, they're not.
on.
They're gone. The UK trains are gone. That's probably why we didn't get all the likes.
Could be. We didn't have the UK trains.
We weren't running the Azuma.
Gotcha. Well, it'll come back. We just had some subs in here, and we had to make room.
But yeah, I'm wearing down.
We had a lot of work done this week. Oof.
So anyhow, I want to thank everybody for coming out. I'm sorry we're cutting it an hour short, but
yeah,
this is the first I've been moving in 2 days, and
it's true.
I'm knackered already.
Really about 36 hours, but yeah.
Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds like Anthony really needs to go.
Thanks, dear. I was trying to keep that off camera.
Kara, no. All right.
All right. Anyhow, thanks everybody for coming out. I just wanted to keep the stream going, so it had nothing to do with you people. It's just me and my ego of keeping my string alive. No. The only reason I'm here is because you guys keep coming here and making my Friday evenings awesome. So take care, everybody. Let's go to the main. So on behalf of
I just said your way.
yeah, on behalf of me and Joyce and all the flu germs between the two of us, we're gonna say Auf Wiedersehen
Choose
and happy trains. And
Bye.
I hope Andy forgives us for stealing his sign off. Take care, everybody.